Alrighty, folks. I hope y'all are all doing well. And it sounds like I got my music coming in here, echoed into the system. I think I'm good now. I hope y'all are all doing well. We're doing something a little bit different. Video streams. Hey, how you doing? I need to have my camera up so I can actually see myself. Decided to do something a little bit different. I mean, it looked like a lot of people liked the church post production that I did the other day. So I've always been wanting to do this, but I just got so much stuff going on here. I didn't think I was going to have a good way to do this. So I'm just going to take y'all along with the journey to show. I'm going to be editing the video that I did for, I guess, install number 7 or number 8. It all depends on how we're going to count it with the stuff that's been going on. So I'm just going to take you along behind the scenes so y'all can see how I actually do my stuff. I am using video streams. Yeah, I'm using not video streams. I'm using Prism Live to do this. I don't know why I was saying that. I'm doing Prism Live to do this. So I am actually breaking my own rule. I am live streaming with the system that I'm actually going to be video editing with. So if we have an issue, that's what's going on. Kenneth, hello. How are you doing? As you can see that I got the little chat window right here. Again, this is in Prism Live. A bunch of y'all asked me, so we're using Prism Live a little bit more. And I got my phone here. So I'm just trying to hear how I'm sounding in here as well too. So again, I'm going to take y'all on a journey showing you what I got, how I do my stuff. So I just set up my system here right before. So hopefully we will see everything. So I still can't see anything. Okay. So pretty much what I have here in DaVinci Resolve, I have, as you can see, I make a new project for every year of everything that I'm doing. Maybe I should turn on my cursor here. So we got 2023, 2024, 2025. And if you looked at the video that I talked about my NAS, I am pulling from all of that stuff. So for me, we're going to go into, I already made the shell that this new project, which is 8 of 50, my 8th install of 50 challenge that we're trying to do. So we're going to open this up. Now, normally I use dual screens when I do this stuff. So you're seeing this screen. So I need to switch to number 2. So you can see this is the media bucket right now. So I've already dropped all of my files into my current projects folder. And was that today? Yes, I put it under today's date because I'm still playing around with the name. So first thing I'm gonna do is drag that folder into here. So normally I would upload all of my stuff, all the cameras, everything that I've done through my stuff, through how I've captured everything there. If I had drone footage, my camera, my phone, I would have pulled everything into this project. I try and keep everything in order so that it makes it easy. And thankfully, since I'm using one camera, it's sequential. When I used to jump to multiple cameras, it made it kind of difficult to go back and forth. But we got it there. Now I have an assortment of files that I do all my videos that I've built up. This is a Resolve folder, so I just bring that. Those are all my graphics. That's everything that I normally use. I am also going to be using my speed editor if it actually, there it goes, when it comes online, so it makes it easier. So that is this right here. Program for DaVinci Resolve. I normally would do it with a keyboard, but that's what we do. All right, so now that I got everything here, I'm gonna go over to the edit tab, excuse me, at the bottom here, and now it's gonna cut me over. So the way I have mine set up, and it's kind of messed up right now. Let me switch this back. What I normally do is this is my view of everything and all my assets, but on my other screen, I have my full timeline. This is mainly where I bounce in between. And maybe, can I do it just on one screen to make it easier so I don't have to jump back and forth? I'll try and do it this way. I like having more real estate when I'm making my stuff. So I'm gonna try and go from here. Hopefully my image and everything is not blocking everything. So the first thing we're gonna do is cut over here, and I kind of got a mind of what I'm going to be doing. So I've been using Canva for some of these. Normally I use Photoshop to make my thumbnails, but I like this Canva template that I use since a couple of ones again, and the thumbnail I made for this live stream was in here as well too. So this is the one that I was using for Mount Bethel. I am going to just make a copy of that. And we're going to come in here. And this was for Zion Baptist Church. So I give it that name. And this was a 1-day install. I don't even know if this would be counted as a as one, but we'll see. And I don't remember what city that was in, because I normally put the city name in there. But this was for Zion Baptist. So we're prepping for this. I normally grab an image and a still from the video when I'm editing. So I think I'm going to call this number 8, but there's a reason why I'm going to call it this. And in the video, I explain why. And it was more of a question to y'all, the viewers, on what I should call it. And well, I'll come back to that. I'm trying to log in so I can find the city where the church was. I just don't remember it off the top of my head what it was. So I'm just going to look up the invoice to see. Hello from Portugal, and hello, Tob. Hello, how y'all doing? Again, just deciding just to document a little bit more about what I'm doing so y'all can see. And that was in King and Queen's Courthouse, Virginia. That's a long name. So we come in here. So this is just my thumbnail. I am going to come back and edit this because I'm going to put an image here behind this. Drag that out there. Going to make that in the center of the screen. And then we need to enlarge my box here so it encompasses the city name I was at. Then we just, not that, AJ. We need to come down here and move the name inside of it. And we're going to come back and change that image behind here. So we got a concept of our, hey coach, this is the concept of my thumbnail. So at this point, I've already brought all my images in, and because they're all sequential, I can literally just take them like this and just drag them in here. And it looks like, again, this was a short video. And from here, you can see that I did a time lapse and the camera was upside down. So I got to flip the image. So first, I'm going to select both of these together. I'm going to right click on here and I'm going to make this a compound clip. So it's actually going to put it together like it's one big thing. Then I am going to rotate it by 180 degrees. So now it's right side up. And since there's no music to this, when I edit my stuff and I need to put background music to it, I highlight all of this in orange so that I know when I come back to it, it makes it easy for me to identify what I need to put music to and all this other stuff like that. Another thing that I do here, this is probably going to be sped up because that is about an entire minute of that, and that's going to be too long. That's going to be boring for people to watch. So for here, I'm going to hit Control R, and now that's going to change my speed control here. And y'all, I'm in the way. Let me turn up. I can't do that. Let me bring my image behind here so you can see what I'm doing, and let me get that behind here. All right, so what I did, let's redo it. I came here and selected this clip and hit Control R, and now I can change the speed of what I want this to be. So I'm gonna change the speed to maybe 400%, get rid of the space there. So now that's only a 15-second time lapse. All right, and I am going to zoom in a little bit here. So if we scrub through here, you see this whole thing. Now, a bunch of people asked me what I do from here. So I am going to turn on, I'm gonna find some music through Epidemic Sound. And let me move my camera here. I should move this to over here so I'm not in the way. And can I flip it? Yes, I can. Let's flip this horizontally so it looks like I'm looking here. So yes, all the text behind me is backwards. But in here, what I'm gonna also do is click this compound clip, and I'm gonna code the dynamic zoom, and that's where it's gonna zoom in and out through the time of me playing this. So if I play it now, and so it's just sped up, and as you can see, the screen is shrinking. From what I do, I can reverse that and swap it if I wanted to, but it's gonna be pretty quick through here. Now, when I do this, I normally have my audio track, which is audio 1. That's me just talking. Audio track 2, I'm gonna rename it. Those are my sound effects. So when I have sound effects to the clicks and all this other stuff, next time you're back in King and Queen or Gloucester, Virginia, let me know. Actually, I just had First Baptist Church in Hayes, Virginia, reached out to me. So I may be down there to do something pretty soon. I just got an email from them that they saw the stuff that I did at Rising Valley Baptist Church. So I'm waiting to hear. I just responded back to them. So I will let you know. So in here, I got that. So now let me bring up back to my browser here, and let's go to Epidemic Sound. And I'm a big fan of electric swing music. And most of the time, whatever I get is instrumental. And I don't know why in the world that won't let me get in here. I'll go back here real quick because my email was popping up and all this stuff. All right, so we're back in here. So I need to find me something to drop a beat to. So I like laid back a lo-fi house. I do all instrumentals because sometimes people be cussing and stuff, and I don't want that there. So I need something that's gonna be a vibe with me driving there. Let's hear a couple of samples here. No, that's too low, too slow. No, that sounds kind of sus right there, and I can do that. Let's find something. Maybe I'm not gonna go with the house. Let's go with some old school hip hop. Maybe I can do that. The gospel stuff they have on there is straight corny. That's why I don't ever use that some of the music that they have in here for that. Hip hop, maybe some old school hip hop. Let's see if we can get something to go along with that. Final Boss. So what that sound like? I like that, but I need something that's more not a offbeat, syncopated type of beat. Let's actually change the beats per minute as well too. I like to do around like 110 and higher, but just something faster. That's fine. That's too slow. That's too different. No. It's like once I hear it, I know which one I want to go with. I'm thinking y'all should be able to hear me, hear the music. Hold on. Yeah, y'all should. Yeah, y'all should be able to hear whatever I'm hearing. I'm not finding anything like I normally would. Electric House. Let's go back to that. Let's see if we can find something. Go back to instrumental. I can rock with that. Dun, 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 dun. I like that, but that's a little. You can't hear the music. Okay, that's strange. You should be. I got all my audio going through my mixer, so I don't know why you can't hear that. No, we can't hear the music. Okay. And good afternoon. Let me fix that. I don't know why you should be able to, because I'm hearing it. That's strange. You should be hearing it. Hold on. Let me make sure that my properties on the sound didn't get changed. That's why you're not hearing the music. What in the world? What in the world? Well, let me undo this here for a half a second, and I'm go through my speakers here in front of me. Y'all should be hearing it. I don't know why in the world it's not. I mean, this is the same setup I normally do with live, so when I'm playing videos, y'all should be able to hear it. But let's see. Let me turn it up a little bit. So it's not ideally the way I want it to be, but hopefully y'all can hear it. I just need to find something that gives me a good vibe while I'm having some driving music. Let's and see, and like I'm taking y'all along with the exact way of like when I'm making this stuff. It's just trying to find the music that actually flows with what I want to go with. Let's try some jazz. Yeah, I switched it to my speakers in front of me, but I had it going through my mixer so that y'all should hear everything directly, like when I play everything else on Zoom meetings and all this other stuff. So the fact y'all can't hear it, that's kind of strange. All right, that's it. I like that. All right, so I downloaded that, and that's going to be my background. So with that, with the latest version of DaVinci Resolve, it allows you to do some audio ducking automatically. So let's right click on here. We're going to add a new stereo track. I call this BG Music. Now I'm just going to drag over that track I just downloaded. And we're going to add it to that line there. We're going to do a little fade, and I need to get rid of the highlighter here. I'm going to do a little quick fade in for my video. We're going to fade in our audio. I like to drop my audio to -10 just because it's loud. But at the beginning here, I might just do 8. And now that I have this, I'm going to click on the track and I'm going to turn on the audio ducker here. And what is it ducking? It's ducking the first track, which is me talking. All right. And how low do you want this to be? The volume, I want this to be at -10. And my duck level, I want that to be at 10. So when I start talking, it should drop the audio pretty good. So now let's go ahead and play this and we'll see how. Let's actually go full screen. Full screen. And then we play it and let's see what it looks like. Hey, good morning, folks. AJ here. All right, so I like the cut. The music just doesn't match, so I'm gonna have to probably change that later. So from here, now that I got this, the Resolve package, like I said, has all my graphics that I use all the time. So I have a 2025 package here, and then I have some transitions. So I'm gonna grab this one, and now I'm just gonna line this up to find where my center of that fade is, so it hides me completely. So right there. So now when I play this, and let me mute the track right now. Hey, good morning, folks. AJ here. We are back here at Zion Baptist Church. All right, so that's how I got it there. Now, the other thing I do here is and I've been doing this so much that I always say stuff in certain timing, so it makes it work out for me. So if I come in and play it again. Hey, good morning, folks. So I say, hey, good morning, folks. AJ the CEO here. Right when I say AJ the CEO, I come here to my graphics, which is my elements, lower third, excuse me. And then I grab one of my graphics here. I probably got to speed this up. So right when I play it now. Good morning, folks. AJ here. We are back here at Zion Baptist. You see, it's going way too slow. So I need to speed this up. And that's because of the frame rate. I record at 4K and at 60. But this graphic was done at 30. So I got to double the speed to make it go faster to match the frame rate that I'm using. So now when I play it. Good morning, folks. AJ here. We are back here at Zion Baptist Church. We did some work with this. All right. So what I do now inside of this, let's make this a little bit bigger. I'm going to scrub. I'm selecting that track, that graphic. Let's get rid of the time. And I can use the M key to make markers. So what I do is I'm going to scrub back and I'm looking for when I click the mouse. So I'm slowly going up in here. So right there is where I click. I make a mark right there. And I'm looking for when I may click on the thumbs up. That's right there. Make another mark. Then go when I hit the bell. And click right there. I do that so that I know I can put sound effects to that exact moment. So I got 2 clicks and a bell. So in here, I have a folder called sound effects that I've downloaded over the years, all from either Envato Elements or from Epidemic Sound. So in here, I'm just going to search for click. So I have a mouse click here. So I'm going to line that up and it magnetically locks to that marker that I just made. So that's the first one. I'm gonna drag it again. It'll lock to that one. And then I look up a bell ding. So there's that one. And I lock that to the last one. So all of this is on my sound effects track. So now if I play it here at Zion Baptist Church, we did some work with them a while ago. So I match my effects with that. So now I'm going to select that track and my effects by holding down Control. I'm going to right click, and now I'm going to link those together. So if I ever move anything automatic by mistake, those sound effects are locked to the exact positions that I want. So if we go full screen again, and let's play this. We got our transition. Hey, good morning, folks. AJ here. We are back here at Zion Baptist Church. We did some work with them. All right. So that part is fine, but it's too big. So I'm going to come in here and move it down to this corner. And let's change the size. I'm going to shrink it down some to about right there to get it up out of the way. That's normal, my intro. So I'm going to change the music. But once we come in. Hey, good morning, folks. AJ here. We are back here at Zion Baptist Church. We did some work with them a while ago, and they want to add 2 new cameras. These are the Formaco cameras that we did a review on, and I did the whole setup. I tagged that video here. So I give myself notes when I'm actually doing these videos. It really bothers me that y'all can't hear directly what's going on here. I wonder if I can add a audio capture here, and maybe that would give it y'all a better sound instead of you hearing it from my mic picking it up. I'll do the speakers, so you should hear it now directly when the sound comes through here. Hopefully that sounds better. But we're here. We're going to get started at 9, but you know we get here early. It's 8:45. Let's get inside, give you the lay of the land, map out where everything is going to go, and then we get this thing installed. This should be, well, I only have it mapped for one day, so we're going to get this done in a day. So let's get inside. All right, so right there, this is some more of me walking, so I'm going to get rid of that, and we're going to change that to color, so I'm gonna have some more music go to this. So that was done in a day. Cut, so inside. So I'm actually gonna speed this up. Let's speed this up by 200, and let's get rid of that space so we can just jump in here real quick. So we're going to get this done in a day. So let's get inside. So sometimes I'll do videos and I'm just like, that's dumb. I don't like that. So we're going to get rid of that. So that whole me walking in there, no, I cut that out. So what I'm going to do is put another transition in here. So I just show up right inside. I got a different one here. And I'm just trying to find exactly where it hides the frame completely so that you don't see when that moves. All right, so I move that there. And if I want to reuse this transition, I make a marker in it so I know exactly where that center is so I can just move it when I need it to hide other transitions. So let's done in a day. So let's get inside. How you doing? How you doing? Doing good. I'm just trying to have a refresher on what was done.
You remember we had to box up in the attic.
Mm-hmm.
It was hard to get to, but it was,
All right, folks. So kind of like what we talked about, what's going to happen is we're going to put a camera here. That camera's going to be. And it's like the same way when I do stuff when it comes to at church. I try and do as much as I can live so that I don't have to do a lot of editing. And the fact that I'm the cameraman and the talent that's on screen and the one that's doing the work, it kind of makes it easy. But most of the time I don't realize what I did or I forget what I've done. Because normally I finished this at around like noon today. And I mean, you see what time it is now. I actually passed out when I got home and then started working on this. But I try to work on it right when I get back because it's still fresh in my head. But let's go through this a little bit more. And we're going to put the AI tracking one there, another AI tracking there, and that camera's going to go downstairs. And we were just talking about downstairs. Hey, Dean, they have how you doing? Portable baptism. baptismal, and they rarely use that. So some of the cabling I might need to change. It's going fine. Just finishing up.
Might have to do some
here.
CSAA
Well,
ministry.
going through just showing how I edit my videos and make my videos. But what I think is going to happen since we moved to that, the older Famaco to go downstairs, that has SDI out. So I mean, this part is fine. That's just me explaining what I'm doing. I jump forward some more. Now, while I'm getting my stuff so I can walk in, I got a question for y'all. Now, this is the reason why when y'all saw when I was making my my thumbnail, why I put a question mark here. So I posed this question to y'all. Now, while I'm getting my stuff so I can walk in, I got a question for y'all. I know we said we're working on doing a 50 install challenge. And I want to know, how do y'all define the installation? Is it from churches that have absolutely nothing, or ones that have been done and we're adding on? Because I've done a bunch of other stuff that I didn't post, but I didn't flag it as an install. But I want to see what y'all think. Again, I don't want to embellish and say that I'm doing something when it's really not, but I want to see what y'all's thoughts are about that. But we got everything in here. So, like I said. So pretty much like I said, what do y'all think? Should, for this 50 install challenge for 2025, do you consider an install that is like from the very beginning and they have nothing, or do you consider an install if they already have something and we're adding on? What do y'all consider? Because if that's the case, the numbering of this is going to change from 8 to 7. Just want to know what y'all think. All right, so we skip forward a little bit more while I'm just explaining everything that we're doing in here. Gonna replace the existing joystick with the other one that will give some more functionality. It's gonna take up a little bit more space. I thought we had a PoE switch here. I did bring my other one, so I'm gonna pretty much switch that out and put my PoE switch here so it can give more connections, so we can have everything powered. So, see, y'all funny. Hold on. Wait, Ben said if you want to wimp out and you can call these little jobs, it's all right. Just because of that, this I won't call the small ones. So I won't even count this as, this will just be a little odds and ends. I got y'all. So I gotta change the whole thumbnail and everything, but I got you. Maybe I'll do it as a install 6.1 or something like that. Y'all fun. Let's get to work. All right. So that's my time lapse of me replacing the front camera. This is one that I'm gonna do a dynamic zoom on as well too. When you see the stuff, it was involved because of running all them cables. I mean, I was sweating like a hostage in there. But so we add a little motion there. This is another one where we're gonna put some music behind it. All right, like I'm saying, I'm glad I packed that because this was the PoE switch. We obviously do not have enough connections for everything here. So even if we put all 4 cameras here, that uses up everything. But we need another one for the joystick. So. He said, if you invoice it, it's an install. Y'all funny. Okay, well, I'll do that because we did at Mount Pleasant down in Chester. We replaced all their speakers and did a new setup with their X32. That was yesterday. Today was this stuff at Zion Baptist. Tomorrow I got a training at New Vine, and then that afternoon I got to go back to Abundant Word Life Ministries and change out some stuff with their projector because the cable that I did originally, the cable that they had there, I saw that it was bad, but they said don't mess with it. I left a cable in the ceiling, so I got to go do that there. And then Thursday I got to do an on-site for an inspection for a new church, and then I have to do an on-site on Saturday. Then on Sunday we're doing some stuff, and then I'm on a plane to Chicago Sunday afternoon, and then we're going to be in First United Methodist all next week. So we got a bunch of stuff to do, but I try and document it to show hopefully it can help, and I want to make sure we still do a lot more tutorials, and then, I mean, y'all like the stuff here, so we're doing that. I got y'all. Thank y'all.
The BV tech that I normally use. Let's give us 8 PoE ports.
So in here, I remember I said I don't return stuff. So I bought myself a new gigabit BV tech. That's what's behind me. That's powering my cameras. That was the one that I originally had only for a month. So something told me to bring it with me, and I'm glad I did, because with all the new cameras and the joystick, it wouldn't have worked. So we just highlight that stuff. And again, while I'm looking through this, I'm making notes to tag these products in the video. So some of the stuff I can't show y'all because of the terms of service with YouTube. So I can't show you the back end of everything that I do. So I'm just telling y'all that. The other thing is I've been clicking on these video clips and putting markers on the clips. If I did markers just on the entire timeline, like here, these are the ones when I go to edit, they can turn into timestamps inside of YouTube. So that's, if I'm making my own timestamps, that's how I would do it. But AI has gotten so much better, I don't even really do that unless it's something I really, really, really am
That's what
detailed
we're
on.
gonna put down here and probably mount it up under there. But for right now, we're just gonna set it on the floor.
Let's speed this
out
up
with the
some.
old.
That's the old RS-232 one that's being replaced with the IP. Again, this was that FAMACO video that we just did.
So all of the RS-232, all that stuff, I can actually probably cut and pull back through so we can get rid of some of these cables. But let's switch this out, get this everything set up, and then we go from there.
All right, so then this is another time lapse of me doing this. We're gonna speed it up by 200%. And then I move the camera, so I have a second time lapse when I changed the position of the camera. And that's actually when I started running cables. And Lord, that was a pain, because it's like it's not enough space between the wall and the pews. So I had to like straddle the ladder. I couldn't open the ladder all the way up, and I had to straddle it in between the pews. So the pews thankfully were bolted down so it wouldn't tip over while I was at the top there. So we'll put a dynamic zoom on this one. We'll do a dynamic zoom on the other one. We'll switch it backwards. So again, this is a place where we got to put some music. And actually, I might want to switch both of these because I want them to get closer to what I'm doing. So we pulled the cables through there, and then I moved the camera. And then I started working my way back this way with the cables. This is where you might want to have some like chill, laid back, relaxing music or something like that. Get that all the way over.
Man, that took way too long, but way too long.
All right, so here, for whatever reason, I'm talking low. So I'm gonna right click on this and normalize my audio, and it should boost my levels. It didn't. So I'm actually gonna turn it up by 5. And let me bring the chat back up here so y'all can see it. I just put it on a different layer. And let's shrink it a little bit so it's not in the way so y'all can see what's going on. There.
We got the cables done. You got to get a piece of conduit for there. But as you can see, we got the side camera. We got everything done. And
see, moments like this, that's dead air. So I'm actually going to get rid of that. Let's scrub that. Split this out. And I'm going to jump to where I'm not just blabbing. Well, I mean, where I'm not talking. We cut that out. And let's see. Win is a win. Hey,
we got everything done. And want to give a shout out to Life as Ben. Thank you for the codes, the hex codes, for programming the auto tracking commands here. So those are working. So if I press,
so right there, what I would do is I'm gonna add a text here at the bottom of the screen so that if anybody wants those codes, we're gonna add an effect. Cabling can be tough work. A lot of people don't understand how much time. Yes, very much so. Very much so. And that's all I'm doing in Chicago next week is running cables. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a text layer here. And in here, I'm going to say Visca hex code for AI tracking on/off. I'll put that there, and I'll put the code so that if anybody's watching, and I'll also put that text inside of the comments and in the description. So if anybody wanted to see that, they'll have an example of that. Oh, well, Ben, thank you. Yes, thank you so much. Yes, those codes did work. Because at first I thought it was you, and then I was like, okay, that's why I looked it up to make sure I referenced whoever gave it to me. So again, thank you, sir, for that. Let me go to the comments so I can grab those codes and put them here. Boom, 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 boom. It is right here. We're gonna copy those hex codes. We will put that in the line behind here. I will probably make that in bold, make it a little bit smaller. I'm gonna put a drop shadow on it, and let's move it down a little bit. And I'm probably gonna put, let's actually do a generator here. This is where I'm actually gonna put a black background behind that to make it stand out. So it's a solid color generator. I will put it there. And we're just gonna move it down. And let's make it a little bit transparent. And now for both of these, I'm gonna highlight both of them and hit Control T. And that's gonna put a fade in and a fade out automatically on this. That's what that just did. So if I undo that, you see I selected those and hit Control T. It added the fade in and fade out on both of those elements on both tracks. I'm gonna actually put them on the edge. So now when I play it, and let's do Control F to make it full screen. Now when I play it,
I want to give a shout out.
You see it fades in.
Life as Ben. Thank you for the codes, the hex codes, for programming the.
So that's how I would bring that in. That's how I bring text in when people want to see some stuff. So we got that there. And we're just scrubbing through here because again, I didn't do.
So the other thing that we have to do is we got to relocate the other camera downstairs, get an idea of where that's going to go. I think that we can.
Now, I am 6 minutes in. So the other thing that I'm going to do, and that's where that package that I have here, I'm going to go back to my graphics, and I have a bunch of subscribe buttons. So I'm going to put one of them right here.
And put it on the ceiling.
And the same way, I'm going to come in here. And I'm going to scrub through to find when the mouse actually is clicked. So right there. And right there. So under my software track, sound effects track, I'm going to go back and find my click effect. I could do the swipe and all that other stuff with the whoosh and all this other stuff. I don't go that far. I used to. So let's zoom in a little bit more. So now I got to move this. So
we can put it on the ceiling, but what I wanted to do is
so we got it there. Let's link these both together. And we're going to resize that because that's way too big. And I'm going to have it right in the center of the screen, right at the bottom. Listen to you, my brother. I've learned a lot from your videos. Hey, Derek, thank you. I'm glad you've learned something. I'm glad stuff is helping. Loving the resolve tips, all the keyboard shortcuts to make editing so much. Yes, very much so. And I haven't really used this that much. I mainly use it for the scroll wheel. That's what makes it a whole lot easier for me to get very accurate with where I want the stuff to go. But again, all the shortcuts is because that's how I was doing it. I got this speed editor maybe about a year ago, so I'm forcing myself to use it more.
Have them put it on a tripod, but I'll let them decide on what they want to do. And then after that, it's nowhere close to get a conduit to do that. So I mean, I think they should be able to handle that. If not, we'll come back and do that just for that one piece. But we have to.
And if you can see, now the entire time while I'm editing this, I am looking for a good thumbnail at the same time.
But
I don't like to have myself in a shot, so I'm using the wheel to scrub forward on here. So if I had a better shot of the camera, I might actually do that. So again, this is actually the last part of the video. So that was really it. A really short video in comparison to most of the stuff I do. So right now, I am looking for a thumbnail. That one actually is not bad. Not where it got my foot sideways. So that right there, what I'm going to do, I like that shot. I'm going to go down to the color tab now. And I'm just going to right click on this and I want to grab a still. So it grabbed that image right there. And actually, let me go to this one and let's see. That one might work too. Maybe right there. I'll grab both of these and we'll make a decision. So I got both of these. So I'm going to select this, right click on it. I want to export it. I'm going to export it to my desktop as a PNG. Do that for this one as well too. And this will be my background of what I want for my thumbnail to go. So we got that part done. Go back here. Now, if I really wanted to be really nitpicky on my videos, I could come in here and now I can do a white balance. I can do select the clip and then hit the A to automatically do the white balance. Let's see how much it changes. It actually got the picture darker. So I don't even think I need that. So I'll undo that because that's not needed. But sometimes when I have to edit my stuff, I will go in there and do that. So outside of the music, let's get to the end. And like I said, I've done this so many times that my wording is always timed out by habit. So if I come back and play here, where we get our ending, where we're going to close it out.
We talked about, and if you ever need any help, now you can go to
All right, so right there, I started my spiel. So let's play that again.
Actually number 8 that we just finished up. But anyway, let me get this stuff here, and we'll be out of here. The link is going to be down below to everything we talked about. And if you ever need any help,
right there. So I always say, if you ever need any help, that's my cue for my go to my other lower thirds, where it's my consultations, one that I've made in After Effects. I just put it right there. So now when I play it,
/consultations, we do phone, Zoom, on-sites, all this other fun stuff. We do travel, folks. Like I said, we're going to Chicago, and we're going to be there all next week to do some cable pulling and network setup and access points and intercom.
All right, so I'm rambling on right here. So I want my graphic to stay a little bit longer. So this is already timed out. So let me make a marker right here. So that's where I want it to end. I just need to find where the graphic stops moving. So there it is. It's frozen right there. So now I'm going to take the blade tool. You can hit the letter B, or you can click the blade tool. And I want to cut that right there. And then I'm going to cut it again a little bit further. So now it's 3 separate pieces. I'm going to drag this ending part to where I want the graphic to disappear. So now this one, I'm going to right click on this and I'm going to go to change speed. And I want to freeze frame. So now it's not going to move at all. So now it's going to make it like it's a still image. So now I'm going to drag it and let it fill in that space. And now I can select this all and make a new compound clip, and now I've made it actually longer to fill in that gap. So now when I play it,
consultations, we do phone, Zoom, on-sites, all this other fun stuff. We do travel, folks. But like I said, we're going to Chicago, and we're going to be there all next week to do some cable pulling and network setup and access points and intercom systems.
So there you go. So that's how we were able to make that graphic a little bit longer. Most of the time it's timed out. I just said some extra stuff since we're going somewhere there. So let's go through, and we're almost at the end outside of me going back and getting some music. I'm planning on getting one of those next editors. Just had to get a mini PC for the church meeting this week. Main system acting up, and I will use it for the mobile setup after. Yeah, that's what I'm going to use mine for in my mobile setup. And good system. I mean, now I'll be honest. If you don't have DaVinci Resolve, the other bonus by buying this, they give you a license to the studio version. So when I bought this, I put the studio version on my laptop, and I have the studio version here. So that is a bonus of getting one of these editors. Or one of the Blackmagic cameras, it gives you a license as well. That's how my first license with the camera that I got here.
Thursday, so we'll play around with that and see what that is, but that's what we're going to be installing.
So the audio here is kind of low from me talking. So I'm going to go back to right about here where I started talking soft, and I'm just going to raise all of the audio right there. Just, oh, that's a little bit too much.
In Chicago,
right there.
I'm tired. Anyway, like this type of content, appreciate.
All right, so right there, I always say something that starts, if you like this type of content. I have a graphic that's already here under graphics called ending. So when I put this here, as you can see, I sped through this. So I'm gonna have to speed this up a little bit and make this at about 150%. So when I talk through it, let's actually go full screen and see how it goes. Normally, I pace myself
like this type of content, appreciate a like, consider subscribing, hit that bell, that way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry.
So that still, it was in time. So that was still good. So from here, I just got to increase the size of this so it's proportional, slide it over so it's right in the center, right there, the same amount of space to the left and right. And then I bring it down to the bottom. Sometimes I do click sound effects to this. I'm not going to do it to this one. So we play through that.
Modernize your media ministry. This is AJ. See, I'm tired. This is AJ, folks. We'll catch you on the next video.
So I always say, see you on the next video later. I also have this other graphic right here. Speed that up by 200%. We're going to fade that in for about 0.21. And then I have my outro that has my music, that my original music that I had, that I have a license for. So that's why I always use it. I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to drop this audio down a couple of notches, probably -8. And I'm going to cut this, because if not, you'll see the graphic. So I'm going to turn the graphic to this, the the opacity down to nothing, so it makes it invisible. And when it fades out, it will fade into the music. So if we Control F and play it. So that first graphic reveals the graphic that was behind it. So when I made it transparent, you couldn't see that. So it just hides that. And this is 20 seconds. So it allows me to put all the graphics and stuff like that, the next cards to subscribe and everything like that onto YouTube. So I have to get some music to replace some of these bits and doodads right there. So let's find some music I can use. Okay. I'm gonna use that. I like that. So that's a little funky jazz that we'll do. Yeah, that's why. Look, if I start bobbing to the music, then that's a winner for me. So, and I have a wide palette of music that I like, so I'm all over the place. So the idea is I already have the ducker that will duck the audio lower than it needs to be. So in here, I just need to first drop this music down to about -10. And then this is where the music is going to kick in. So I normally try to time it when the beat drops, when it cuts. So if we play it,
yeah, I'm gonna pretty much.
oh wait a minute, I actually got it muted. Hold on, let's see, make sure the levels are low enough.
So yeah, I'm gonna pretty much switch that out and put my POE switch here. So,
but right here, that's actually where it looks like the music hits right there. So I'm gonna put a marker right there so it will magnetically hit right there. And I'm gonna bring this in and I'm gonna fade this audio so it'll increasingly get louder to where when I'm not talking, the music will hit. So
yeah,
let's
I'm
listen
gonna
to what it
pretty much
sounds
switch
like.
that out and put my POE switch here so it can give more connections, so we can have everything powered. So let's get to work. All right, like I said, I'm glad I packed that because this is.
And you see the audio dropped automatically instead of me having to come in here and do different takes. So I'm just going to split this here. I'm still going to use that same track because this video is short. I would just fade the audio out completely. I'm going to take the extra part that I had and just slide it down. Or actually, it's already here. How many more? And that's all I got. So what I'm going to do is just do the same thing. Drag this all the way here. Find a good place so I can fade that audio in as well. I'll drag it all the way here.
And then
let's see how that sounds. And that actually works. So I will cut this one here and fade that the same way. So when I cut out,
man, that took way too long, but we got the cables done.
So see, the music automatically faded out, so I didn't even have to worry about that. So the only thing, I might just keep this one song in here. I didn't want to, but let's see that first one.
Hey, good morning, folks. AJ here.
So what I'm going to do is I'll keep this music, but I'm going to put a little bit more graphics into this. I'm probably going to just say the date and all this other stuff like that. Because you want to have stuff always on the screen. Like I say, when it comes to your church stuff, because you want to engage as many senses as possible. So if stuff is changing, yeah, the car's moving and it's sped up. But then I want to put some graphics on it that makes you pay attention to that as well, too. Hey, Bruce, how are you doing, sir? So in here, when we started up, we faded it in. Let's drag that fade a little bit longer. And the music part of me, let's count that off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So right there is the next measure of the beat. So I want to bring that here and fade it out. I mean, bring it a little bit longer. So when we play it now, see, that's the music part of me. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. So that's in 4/4, and I'm just trying to get the stuff on the beat.
Hey, good morning, folks. AJ.
So from here, let's come back and add some more stuff here. And we're going to put another graphic in front of here. And honestly, we're right at the end of what we're going to do. I have some, I'll just use a regular title right here. So I'm going to say right here, hit Control T to put our fades in here. And we're going to come in here and what's it going to do? We're going to say, no, this isn't a graphic I want to use. I have a pre-made one that is here. So we have some titles in here that we can use. Not that one. Where is it? Not that one. There it is. That's the one I've been using. So in here, I'm going to drag this up and let's do a generator again. And we're going to make the screen go a little bit darker so we can see our stuff. And we'll fade it in and out. So I don't need this. This one already has animation into this. So I'm gonna do it just for the generator. I'm gonna turn that opacity to right here so it helps see the text. So I don't know why I couldn't speak. So from here, what we're gonna do is come in here for our text. We're gonna say this is install 8 of 50. We're gonna put our date as well. So that's what today is, March 11th, 2025. And let's put another space in the top so we can get it down here in the center. And then on our next part, we'll just do Zion Baptist, and I'll probably do that on all 3 lines. Zion Baptist Church. So now, if we play that from the beginning, actually, let me go full screen. So see that graphic, it cut off the text. So that does not work. So we gotta bring that up. All right, so that works a lot better. So let's go full screen. Let's look at that again. Let's rewind it. Let's play it. Now, I'm gonna show you one thing. I've been meaning to do this as a video as well too. So say it just happens to be like I've done this on when I do computers, and or like I want to hide an IP address, or I want to hide an email address. I just want to show you a quick way to do that, how I do that. So in this clip right here, I make sure I select that clip, and then I come over here to the color tab, and then we're gonna go to the magic mask, I believe that's what it's called. No, just the window, excuse me. Under the window, and I use the pencil, and I want to just make a box around what I'm doing. So say I want to not show the map or something like that. Now that that's selected, I can come over here and turn up the blur. So now that part is blurred. That's how I blur license plates, email addresses, and stuff like that. So now if I go full screen and you see it, you see it blurred out just that section of what I was doing. Now this is easy because it's not moving, but you could follow it. So like that's why, like if I do a lot of complex stuff, I try to make sure when I'm editing or when I'm shooting the video, if I have a license plate in a car or something like that, I try not to move because it makes it easier to track that so I can remove it if need be. So I just always want to show that. I keep forgetting to talk about it, how to do that, but very simple. So I'll turn that off. So now we've got our entire video here. As I scan through, this video is about 11 and a half minutes. So I don't want to inundate people with, awesome. I'm glad that did help you. With here, I don't want to inundate people with a whole lot of subscribes and stuff because I already got it right here at the beginning. I got it halfway through, and then I got another one right here at the end. So I don't want to inundate people with it. So we got it done. So now can we do now that we got our image, which one am I? I'm looking for my browser that I had Canva on. There it is. So I'll bring Canva on over here. And I'll just say a 1-day install. Get rid of that. And I need to get rid of this image behind here. And then we're going to bring over the image that I exported from our video. So sometimes I will call it out and specifically get an image that I know when I'm recording. So that's the one that I got. I'm going to blow this up way bigger so you can actually see what I'm doing. So we got it right there. And then I'm going to send this one to the back so it's behind everything. We got our transparency stuff here. I mean, our little square that kind of obscures our image here a little bit. If it'll let me pick that. We got it right here. And I'm going to turn down the opacity a little bit so you can actually see everything behind here. And actually, instead of an install, I'm going to say Bamako PTZ install. And let's do 2x. 2 times, well, 2 Bamako PTZ install. All right. Because, I mean, it was in one day, but we'll do it there. So there's my thumbnail. And it's good to actually make your thumbnail the same name as your image, because for whatever reason, YouTube still loves that type of stuff. So I'm going to just call this 2 Famako PTZ install. All right. So we got that. Let's download this. And I still don't know why YouTube hasn't moved to making their thumbnails 1920 by 1080. It's still doing it at 720. All right, so we got it here. We've already got our video done. We got our music. I'm using Epidemic Sound, so all the licensed stuff is covered. I ain't got to worry about that. Let's go to deliver. Now here, I did everything in 1080p, but in here, I'm going to upscale it to 4K. So I come to this pre-made template for YouTube. I go to 1080p, and this is going to be the title, install 850. I put it in my render folder. We'll copy the name. I will update this name later. If I use markers like chapters, I could check this off and pick what color marker I used, and that would make my timestamps in chapters in YouTube, but I didn't do that. I can check off upload a thumbnail, which I just made. I did that under my downloads folder right there. And how do I want this? When it's uploaded, I want it private so that I can make adjustments. My category is education. And because I have my account linked to DaVinci Resolve, it's going to upload the video directly after it renders from DaVinci Resolve. So I just do add. Yes, I know it's at a higher resolution. I got it here. And then I just fire away at render, which I'm hiding, but it's just a render button right behind me. And actually, I got enough beef on this computer to actually run it, but we're going to do that. The process of me how I make my videos. It's running right here in the background, and then and it's looking like it's going to be done. So y'all will see the finished result. I'll probably schedule it. I'll probably schedule it for first thing in the morning, probably around like 8 a.m. So it'll schedule automatically, or I might do it here at 8:30. I'll probably do it at 8:30. But that's about it. I hope y'all like that. If y'all have any other questions, leave them down in the comments. And just like the same way I just made this, so I didn't have enough time to put my lower thirds inside of Prism Live. But just know, if you ever need any help, you can go to ajhomes.com/consultations. Like I said, we're going to be rolling. We're going to be in the Chicago area next week, doing a whole lot of stuff. Now, I'll let y'all know. We got some, let me actually show you this. I have some 2 new toys that are coming that are going to be here for the install that I'm doing at First United Methodist. And I want to show you. I'm gonna do a video for these. So first, under the door access, we're going to get our hands on the intercom, because this is going to be the new intercom that we're replacing there. So I'm gonna set it up here and go through the whole thing. Use this and play around with it, have it linked up to it. And we also are using the new mini hub. So this is the small door hub that I'm getting to play around with. This is actually going to be mine. If it works well, this will be a part of the stuff I installed there. If it works well, I might relocate this and put this in Gates, because they had one of the older door hubs that I donated, and that magnetic lock has not been working. So I may put this in place of that, and it's just a smaller version of this. Both of those things are going to be here Thursday. I'm going to try and do a video of those and review of those and setups before I leave. So it'll probably be Friday afternoon. I might even do it on the Q&A on Friday. I don't know. or Saturday afternoon, one of those days, because I want to get this done before I get out to Chicago, because that's where we're going to be installing both of them. So I hope y'all enjoyed the stuff. Hope I didn't bore y'all with it, but look out for that. And again, that's how I do my videos. The only difference is if I'm doing ones here and I'm doing unboxings and stuff, it's just a lot longer. That's all it is. And the content that I edit in comparison, this was simple for that. So anyway, folks, I don't have a cutaway or nothing like this, but hopefully y'all like that stuff. And that's about it, folks. So we'll be seeing y'all on the next video. Later.